Hello everyone. I am Toon the Nerd here, and today I will be making a video why I left Twitter. And I am sorry for not uploading for days. It's because I am lazy, and I am busy on other stuff. I won't be calling it as X from now on. It's because it reminds me, it names as a porn website. Which it is indeed disgusting, and it is a bold move why they rebrand the name X. Could they just rebrand it better, instead of doing it in a bold way? Wanna know why I left Twitter? Because let me tell you a compelling reason why I have left the site. It's because the main real reason why I have left the site, due to the fact that Elon Musk is constantly ruining the site. And here is the real reason, why the site had sucked. It's because when the site went worse in 2018. It's happened when Tumblr had banned nudity in the past. But then days later, it all went lifted when nudity was lifted. But the pornography ban is not lifted on Tumblr for obvious reasons. But for now then another civil war just happened and it came in on Twitter, and it arrived on the site. Where Twitter had started getting worse. It's all about the degeneracy on the site, and hell it's all about racism, and mega Trump supporters, fandom wars, lolicons and shotacons, and far right, far left, right wing and left wing, toxicity and other toxic NSFW accounts, pedophiles, zoopiles, crypto assholes, and porn bots, etc. I cannot stand the site where it became hated. And I am happy that the old Twitter CEO stepped down, and wanting to turn the site to turn back to normal where Elon Musk wanted to do it to make W's to happen. But then Twitter started getting downhill again is because of Elon starting to going back to his old Twitter phase in a different way, and rebrand the name X. Which it is just a fucking bold move, from now on it's becoming a fucking nonsensical paywall site. So people can get Twitter blue. Which it fucking sucks. Why the hell do we want to force people to buy the pricing plans? Like for fuck's sakes, nobody in this planet buys pricing plans anymore. It's because people cannot stand with the pricing plans anymore. It's because of anti-consumer and anti-corporate practices to do more harm than good to consumers. And hell even other social media companies, and other companies are doing it. And nowadays, in this world it is all about minimalism garbage, and AI slop shit garbage which literally grinds my gears. Enough of me being off topic here. Let's just stay on topic. The real reason why I left Twitter is because due to fucking drama and all about political cesspit, and far right and far left and other dramas on this site, which it just is fucking annoying. But let's talk about the other controversies on Twitter. And let's talk about it. The moderation of this site. Don't get me fucking started on the moderation. This is literally way worse than Roblox's moderation, and YouTube's moderation. The moderation is nothing, but a fucking piece of shit. If you talk about anything that you go against pedophiles and zoopiles or any kinds of shit that is a valid reason, your account will get locked or even worse suspended, which it's fucking terrible. Hell, I even got my account locked a lot of times. And hell, I got again and it made my account getting soused. Although, thankfully I recovered my account, and everything was resolved. Like, seriously, what the fuck? Why the fuck did it happen? It just gives me the show that I was going to get my account suspended without a fucking reason. Hell, even they suspended other accounts for no reason at all. Which it is fucking ridiculous, and downright stupid. It just gives me to show that the site doesn't care about hate speech and favoritism, and it just gives me to show that Twitter is the next version of YouTube and Roblox in general. Although YouTube sucks. If you say the word cis they will fucking suspend you for no fucking reason. And they will think it is a slur. Which they are fucking stupid, and retarded to think that it is a slur. When in reality it's not a slur. And hell, the site supports transphobia, and any other kinds of problematic shit. Which it is a huge fucking no-no. And hell, it's all about the anti-woke agenda cringe, and any other kinds of fascist, and far-right degenerates on the site. Which it is indeed disgusting and fucked up. Hell, the site even allows fucking gore, and hell, I was a victim of people getting gore spammed by some anonymous people that I really fucking don't want to mention. Which, thank fucking God, everything went calmed down, and it's all over. And thank fucking God I blocked them. Thank fucking God it is over. But enough of the talk about it here. Let's talk about the fandom wars on the site. The site is just nothing but fucking fandom wars. And do not fucking get me started with the Murder Drones fandom. The fandom is just nothing but fucking wars, anti-shippers, pro-shippers, and racists, and homophobes, and cringe clout chasers, and edgy-ass internet degenerates, and pedophiles, etc. I cannot stand the real reason why the community just fucking affected my mental health. This made me want to take a break from the site for days. And I feel like the fiasco just keep coming towards me for no fucking reason at all. I was venting all my problems and hell, I feel hated just because of making a fucking joke. Like seriously, come the fuck on. I did make a harmless joke that wasn't even offensive. Hell, even people did MD cat war jokes. I was the one makes these kinds of jokes and people enjoyed it. Hell, I didn't get hated from it. Which it just gives me to show that Murder Drones fanbase is like the fucking Hajbin Hotel and hell of a boss fandom. Which it is just way fucking worse than other fandom degenerates out here. Sure, every fandom is bad. But it has some other standards and redeeming qualities out there. Like the Pretty Blood fandom, and the Ed's World fandom, and the Portal fandom, for example. Both of these fandoms have good talent and I praise these kinds of fandoms that do good. But the other fandoms that I literally completely despise of is the fucking Murder Drones fandom. Sure, I know the Murder Drones is good. But the fandom is just nothing but a fucking full of shit. Next to other fandoms that I fucking hate. But do not get me fucking started with the anime fandom and shit. It's because it's turning itself into a fucking mainstream of cesspit of morons, and a cash grab of anti-consumer and anti-corporate companies and shit. It's all about, for example, toxic fans that are a waste of oxygen, and other fandom degenerates, and other elitists, which although elitists suck. Lolicons and Shotacons. Don't get me fucking started with these people. These people are fucking disgusting and sick perverted minds to grooming minors on the internet, which is fucking disgusting. And hell, they even claim about is just a drawing just to be smart as fucking Albert Einstein. When in reality it normalizes pedophilia, and let minors engage of sexual acts of them just to do it for a living, which it is disgusting. And hell, if you call them out they will try mass report you, and silence you for no fucking reason, and they will accuse of you being a pedophile for no reason without evidence or even proof to back it up. Which it is just gives to show that all Lolicons and Shotacons like to make false accusations against people to demonize people that they don't like. And worse, they will call you an antis. Like what the fuck? There is no such thing as the word named antis. Although anti is a word, if you do research on the word antis, the word does not exist. It is just made up where Lolicons and Shotacons are delusional, and they like to make made up words that has fucking lost its own meaning. Loli and Shota is pedophilia, get over it. And so is real life CP. Both of them share the same thing common, and they are apart in the same category in general. And Lolicon and Shotacon is still considered CP. Period. And hell, in some other countries Lolicon and Shotacon is illegal. Whoever created this kind of shit needs to be sentenced to life in prison. And not to mention that the Lolicons and Shotacons are all prejudice, and racist. Although racism and prejudice share the same thing in common. Which it is a major red flag. Geez, this is why Lolicons and Shotacons are prejudice and pedophiles. Wanna know why all pedophiles should get locked up? Because all pedophiles need to be locked up in a prison cell for life for their crimes for they committed. No fucking exceptions. This is why I totally hate the anime fandom. Sure, I like anime, but the fandom sucks. Point blank. And don't get me started on the K-pop fandom. They are nothing but dick riders and their fucking fan base is completely toxic. They always throw hissy fits about people hating them. Like seriously, let people hate the fandom for fuck's sakes, and let people hate the genre. It's fucking gives me to show why modern day music is fucking overrated. This is why I listen to fucking real music like 70s, and 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and mid 2000s, and late 2000s, and early 2010s, and mid 2010s music. God, this is why I fucking hate the fandom and the genre, and it's completely fucking way worse than modern day music. I would rather listen to real music rather than listening to garbage music. Alright, enough of that discussion. Moving on to the topic. And let's fucking talk about this site about toxic NSFW accounts. Don't get me fucking started with these kinds of accounts. Most Twitter artists are just full of shit, but I know some of them are good. But some of them throw temper tantrums in general. I know some NSFW accounts are not the bad people here. But the controversy behind of these accounts, and they act like any other men children and women children, and the problem is that minors shouldn't follow their accounts. And the problem is that minors that are underage are gonna follow these accounts. And the NSFW accounts are gonna follow the minors account. Which it is just fucking disgusting. Like bro just pulled a Dr. Disrespect move and the EDP 445 move. Sure, I know pornography is everywhere on the internet, and it won't fade away. But the main issue is porn bots accounts just keep coming in, and hell even the bots on Twitter just keep following me. Like every fucking time I block them. They just keep coming back and following me for no fucking reason. Jesus Christ, why can't these accounts should fuck off and get this bot problem resolved, and get these accounts fucking IP banned? Probably it will never happen, not even a million of years. Yep, it's sad that Twitter is not gonna do anything about it anymore. Like literally, I feel like social media is just a place of fucking anarchy in general. Like seriously, I feel like Twitter is a site full of porn addicts tbh. And I feel like there is a real reason why minors do not interact. Accounts can sometimes contradict themselves. Sure that no minor on the internet should view NSFW at all, and I can agree with that. The main issue is because most of these accounts fucking contradict themselves, especially as the toxic ones. I am not talking to the innocent ones. Yep, that's right, I am talking about them that are toxic ones. If you don't want minors to fucking follow, then fucking private your account for your own fucking will, or block them at all costs. Rather than sitting here instead of leaving your Twitter account publicly or doing nothing about it. That will keep the minors away from following your NSFW account. It's plain and simple. Just go to fucking settings, and privacy for example. And go to fucking privacy and safety. And audience and tagging next to protect your posts, or tweets or whatever you can call it. And turn it on. Or if your account is public, then fucking block them that they are minors. There, you finally prevented minors from following your NSFW account. Is it really that fucking hard? No, it isn't. Just stop being like a fucking negative asshole, and stop doing temper tantrums, and act like a real fucking adult than being fucking immature. Plain and fucking simple. Jeez, this is why I hate these kinds of fucking people. These people need to take a fucking break tbh. Normally why Twitter is becoming a Jeffrey Epstein website in general, or even tweet farms, which it is just equivalent next to YouTube content farms. Which is bad enough. Now let's talk about the fucking delusion of fucking cancel culture. Don't get me started of it. But I will completely talk about it. And wanna know why cancel culture doesn't exist? Well, let me tell you a compelling reason why it doesn't exist. It's because it's a buzzword and it no longer fucking exists. And it is a fucking tool to silence these fucking people who dares to criticize, or call them out. And most of the people who uses the word quote unquote cancel or even quote unquote cancelled. It really fucking reminds me that people are oversensitive. The word fucking quote unquote hated. Like fucking come on, just use the word already. It is not a fucking slur or anything like that. Just use some fucking common sense rather than using the word quote unquote cancel or quote unquote cancelled. It's fucking ridiculous. Like Jesus fucking Christ, there is nothing to cancel. The only thing you can do bad shit is getting hated. Plain and simple. Jesus Christ, this is the real reason why cancel culture has lost its meaning and it became a fucking buzzword that demonizes people that they don't like. And hell, it is way worse than the woke term and the liberal term and the SJW term. All of these kinds of terms have lost its own fucking meaning. Now let's get to the point why political shit is on this site. Oh my fucking god. Politics is just nothing about arguments, and it's nothing about contradictory. Like, this is why when I get older that don't wanna fucking vote. It's all because people cheat for votes, and people just rigging the voting system, and fucking things up. This why politics should cease to exist and it should be condemned for a fucking reason, to be honest. Like, seriously, fuck politics and fuck the left wing and the right wing. Both parties are nothing but inferior assholes, and they want fucking conflict from people. And fuck the far right and far left, and so is the alt-right and the alt-left. And fuck political correctness, and political incorrectness. And fuck conservatives. Everything that is nothing but fucking political sucks. This is why I despise politics. And this is the real reason why I fucking left Twitter. And this is the real reason why Elon is to fucking blame. And this is why I am abandoning it. I am not gonna delete my account or something like that. This site was used to be good, but then it became bad since back in 2018. Which as of now it has turned into a Tumblr cringe, and nothing but a cesspool of a toxic wasteland of oxygen. Although, I may use my account just to look for tweets in general. But I won't be posting tweets, or retweets, or likes in general. Like, this is why Twitter is gonna become the next Truth Social in general. Which it is even fucking worse. This is why the damages of the site is done. Like, literally Twitter should get shut down and get closed down. And hell, people shouldn't use this fucking site to begin with, where it happened in 2018. And to be honest, the damages of the site is done. I don't think this site should get a fucking second chance. Hell, even the EU is gonna ban Twitter in the future, if they keep carrying on doing it. Because wanna know the fucking reason? Hate speech in general. Yep. That's fucking right. If Twitter wasn't even gonna do anything about it, then they would probably ban this site in general, or even get sued by the EU. Which in most EU countries that hate speech is illegal. Which good fucking riddance to that site. This is why I am never coming back to this site ever again. And I won't be returning to this site ever again. And I am moving on. I am trying my best is to move outside from the internet as I can. But for a reminder, if you are a viewer on my channel, please, like and subscribe, and turn on post notifications. So you won't miss the bell icon. But hear me out, this is me, Toon the Nerd. Signing off, over and out.